Welcome, dear students. Very good afternoon. We are studying unit number 11 from our textbook in English for class 10, First Light, and the title of the play is The Proposal. Okay, so we came to know briefly about the one act play, and also we have discussed with the help of some videos. Now, let's watch the next part of the video that we had ended our session yesterday with the second part. I hope you will like to watch it, and here I'm going to play. Okay, here it is. You can watch.
It's cold. I'm trembling all over, just as if I'd got an examination before me. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal, or for real love, then I'll never get married.
But
It's cold. Natalia Stepanovna is an excellent housekeeper, not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I'm getting a noise in my ears from excitement. And it's impossible for me not to marry. In the first place, I'm already 35, a critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I'm excitable and always getting awfully upset. At this very moment my lips are trembling, and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. Something in my left side gives a pull, and I can feel it in my ear and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit and lay down again, but as soon as I begin to get off to sleep there's another pull. And this may happen 20 times.
Natalia Stepanovna comes in.
Well, there. It's you, and Papa said, go. There's a merchant come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vasilievich?
How do you do, honored Natalia Stepanovna?
You must excuse my apron and negligee. We're shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you been here for such a long time? Sit down. Sit down.
They see themselves.
Won't you have some lunch?
I've had some already.
Then smoke. Here are the matches. The weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Just think, I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to have waited a bit. But what's this? Why, you're in evening dress. Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? Though I must say you look better. Tell me, why are you got up like that?
You see, honored Natalia Stepanovna, the fact is, I've made up my mind to ask you to hear me out. Of course you'll be surprised and perhaps even angry, but it's awfully cold.
What's the matter? Well,
I shall try to be brief. You must know, honored Natalia Stepanovna, that I have long, since my childhood, in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, from whom, as you know, I inherited my land, always had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomovs and the Trebukovs have always had the most friendly, and I might almost say the most affectionate, regard for each other. And, as you know, my land is a near neighbor of yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birch woods.
Excuse my interrupting you. You say, my oxen meadows. But are they yours?
Yes, mine.
What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
Wait for episode 3 comment on video.
अगर आपको अगला वीडियो चाहिए तो इस वीडियो को लाइक करें और शेयर भी करें ताकि आपको दोस्त लोग को भी पता सके और नीचे में कमेंट करके बता दें कि आपको क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहिए आपको क्या क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहिए और
Am I audible, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There was a technical issue. It got completely hanged. I could not do anything. Anyway, so part 2 we have watched. The part 1 it was watched yesterday, and I remember some of the things that we have discussed also. Let's see now, without wasting much time in watching videos. This act, this is one act play. It is understood well when we are reading it or listening, than just watching the videos. Just to have an idea, that is good. We'll play again, no doubt, some more videos, but let's see here. Now this is page number 144. Characters: Stepan Stepanovich Chubukov, a landowner; Natalia Stepanova, his daughter, 25 years old; Ivan Vasilyevich Lomo, a neighbor of Chubukov, a large and hardy but very suspicious landowner. And there is an arrangement made in the theater. You can see that they are all there at drawing room in Chubuko's house, and there Lomo enters wearing a dress jacket, white gloves, and Chubuko rises to meet him. Let's see their conversation. Chubuko: my dear fellow, whom do I see? Ivan Vasilyevich. I'm extremely glad, squeezes his hand. Now this is a surprise, my darling. How are you? Lomo: thank you. And how may you be getting on? Chubuko: dear students, you can understand here that they have met each other after a long time, even if they are, neighbors. But they spent many days without being met one another. And so they are surprised, especially Chubuko is surprised and saying, my dear fellow, whom do I see? And why is he surprised? Because he is wearing a dress jacket and white clothes, and his appearance is not usual one. And Ivan Vasilyevich, and he is saying surprisingly, hey, you are there. Very nice to see you. Sometimes it happens, dear students. We also see somebody wearing some other kinds of clothes, and they really attract our attention. And that time, we are also feeling very glad, especially those times when we meet somebody else after a long gap between the previous meeting. And this way here, Lomo also greeted, thank you, and how may you be getting on? And it means, how are you also? He inquired. Chubuko: we just get along somehow, my angel, thanks to your prayers, and so on. So we say, yes, we are good by the grace of God, or by the grace of you all, we are all happy here, doing well. That way here, Chubukos also say that we just get along somehow, my angel, thanks to your prayers, and so on. You will find Chubuko saying every time, and so on, and so on. This is his habit of saying. And Lomo is also saying something, and of course, his daughter, Natalia. So it is just a part of, a humor that is created by the playwriter here. You will really find it interesting and humorous. Sit down, please do. Now you should not forget all about your neighbors, my darling, my dear fellow. Why are you so formal in your get-up? Evening dress, clothes, and so on. Can you be going anywhere, my treasure? And so happily he is speaking, as if he is really very pleased to have him here as a neighbor and being there at his home. And he is asking about the formal clothes and the get-up that he had, evening dress, clothes, and so on. What a beautiful and handsome you are looking. Dear, is there any plan that you are going out? So these words, my treasure, my love, my angel, darling, they are all showing his love for Lomo. Especially the elderly people, they always use these words with the younger ones. And here that Chubuko is father of Natalia, and Lomo is a landowner, 35 years old, and Natalia is 25 years old. You know the story, but let's try to know some more things in detail as per they are given here. Lomo says, no, I have come only to see you, honored Stepanovich. And then he says that no, there is no plan. I'm not going anywhere, but I have come to see you alone here, at your house. And honored Stepanovich. Sometimes we people, say very good words we use to express our love more than usual one when we have something or some intention in our mind to be fulfilled. And here you can understand the way Lomo is speaking to Chubuko. No, I have only I have come only to see you, honored Stepanovich, Chibuko says. Then why are you in evening dress, my precious? So again another word Chibuko is using, like my darling or angel, my treasure. This is now another word he says, my precious. As if you are paying a New Year's evening visit, and that way, as if it is 31st December and the 1st January is going to be there. The way people, wear the clothes and are going to celebrate, that way he is in the dress and is saying that he had been there just to see him, the laborer, Subuko. And then Lomo says, well, you see, it's like this. Takes his arm. I have come to you, honored Stepanovich, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice, I have already had the privilege of applying to you for help, and you have always, so to speak, I must ask your pardon. I'm getting excited. I shall drink some water, honored Stepanovich, and he drinks water. When we are going for asking some help, or if there is something unusual which doesn't take usually, we little become nervous, we find our throat you know dry, and we need water to drink, especially when you are going for interview, or if it happens that you don't meet a person who is at some higher position, and you are supposed to go there and meet him for your work. So you are feeling yourself little nervous, and so your throat gets dry because you want to ask somebody something. Okay, that may be little unusual. Like for example, exams are going on, and you are going to meet honorable principal to get a leave. Is it possible? So you will feel, what am I going to do, right? Or if you are not knowing the answer and you are just worried, or you want help from your friend and you want to ask now how to ask the teacher, that is not good to ask the answer, but you also know that you are going to lose your mark. You know the answer, but you want the hint, and that also you are not able to ask. Your throat will get dry, hands will start watering, you will get some wet feeling there, and everything then. Or even if it is the result, you just imagine that at 1:30 today there is board examination result going to be declared after your examination next year. I'm telling you will be really feeling very nervous. So I'm sure you have understood now the feelings of Lomo, how he is. And he is telling that I have always been for some help, and you are always there to help me. But today it is something different. I must ask your pardon. I'm very sorry, but I'm getting excited and I just want to drink water. Dear students, I would like to tell you one more thing here. Wherever you find that you are not comfortable, you are nervous, like you are in the interview and you are very nervous. So that nervousness can be, vanished or can be avoided only if you are and you start speaking to them. When your interaction starts and when you are confident about yourself and telling the answers, automatically that nervousness faded away. One more thing, you please feel free to share that you are nervous. The more you are trying to hide your nervousness, the more nervous you will be, right? So be open. Excuse me, I'm very, very nervous. May I have a glass of water? You can frankly ask. They are after all human beings and to support you only, right? So these things also you can understand from here. Next, then Shibuko says, aside, he has come to borrow money. Means he's just thinking, he has come to borrow money. Shan't give him any? Allowed. Okay, what is it, my duty? And just turning aside, he's thinking, in mind there is something wrong, but on his tongue he's saying, what is it, my duty? Loudly. What is it, my duty? It's my pleasure to help you all the time. Some people they think differently. Something they are different in their mind, but they never allow it to come out, and they speak in a very proper way. Like, do you want to watch a video? How some people, especially the receptionist, or also the people at call centers, whatever you say them, they will be so polite, modest, and they will not lose their temper at all. Would you like to watch?
Yes, sir.
We are just watching videos anyway. But the lessons should not be just learned from examination point of view. They should also teach us some life lessons that will be useful throughout our life. Okay, so here it is from Pyar To Hona Hi Tha. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Hello, madam. Welcome back.
इट्स अमेजिंग। तुम अपने चेहरे पर ये झूठी मुस्कुराहट लाकर इतना मीठा कैसे बोल लेती हो? ये तुम्हारी आदत है या बचपन से कमीने हो?
जैसा आप ठीक समझे मैडम।
सी सेम स्माइल, गॉड। देखो, मुझसे बात करते वक्त तुम्हारे ये जो दांत है ना, वो छुपा के रखो। क्योंकि जब भी तुम मुझे दांत दिखाते हो ना, मेरा दिल करता है कि मैं तुम्हें एक जोरदार पंच मारूं और तुम्हारे सारे के सारे दांत तोड़ दूं।
देखिए मैडम, यहाँ इस तरह तमाशा करने से कोई फायदा नहीं, क्योंकि आपके मंगेतर और उनके दोस्त अब हमारे गेस्ट नहीं रहे। वो हमारा होटल छोड़ के जा चुके हैं।
कहाँ गए वो?
वो
But we can't see.
No. Some part, could you see? Some part at least.
Yes, sir.
Some
Okay,
part
you
only.
got it. You got now what I meant to say?
Yes, sir.
You know the way he has always been speaking. You know there is background also. Something had already happened. But anyway, how the man, being so casual with her, despite knowing that he should not be, but there is no other option because he has to work that way. So especially the receptionist and also the people at the call center, they have to be very patient. They have not to lose their temper at all, even if the person loses with whom they are dealing with, right? Even if he was getting angry all the time and made lot of mess there, but he did not lose his temper and was speaking her very, cunningly we can say, but he did not lose his temper, right? So that only he is thinking something to go in his mind that he must have come to borrow me. He did not like that he had been there, but he's showing that he has been really pleased to see him there, right? Like one more play, the last one only in class 9 you have seen. If I were you, at the time he entered the intruder with gun in his hand and he's shooting at him. What did Mr. Gerard do? Did he got angry with him? Did he say, how dare you enter with a gun? Or just scared, don't kill me, I have done nothing wrong. What did he do? Do you remember, dear students? He simply did not lose his temper, nothing, nor he showed any emotion on his face, but simply said, I'm really pleased to see you here, but the way you have entered is really surprising. Do you remember, dear students? And that way he showed presence of mind and finally how he was successful in saving his life. That is very interesting. Do you remember? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
we should remember, we should always, have control over ourselves, all our emotions, feelings, and the circumstances. They should not monitor us. We should be able to monitor ourselves, right? So here then Chubuko says, what is it, my duty? And there Lomo says, you see, honored Stepanovich, I beg pardon, Stepan Honorovich. And this way, he is simply saying, honored Stepanovich, I beg pardon, Stepan Honorovich. Are you getting here? The humor created by the playwright here. He means to say honored Stepanevich, but showing much and more respect because you know his intention is something different than usual. He had come there for some other purpose, and out of showing more respect for him, firstly he said honored Stepanovich, right? He said, but secondly Stepan Honorich. Instead of saying Stepanovich, he said Honorich. I mean, and I'm awfully excited. And then he said that he's really excited and he wanted to ask for a help, something from him. As you will please notice, in short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and haven't any right to count on your assistance. And that way he's saying that I don't deserve to be helped by you, but this is the time that I really need your help. And it is you all alone who can help me, but nobody else in the world. Then Chubuko says, oh, don't go round and round, darling, speak it out. Well, and he's just trying to encourage him so that he should say what he had come there for, and he is also showing more curiosity to know what he had come there for the help. Understanding, dear students? Then he tells here what he had come for. Let's see. One moment, this very minute. The fact is, I have come to ask the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stepanovna, in marriage. And there he finally declared that he had been there for asking, the hand of his daughter, the daughter of Chubuko. And he firstly, one moment, this very minute, you can imagine how he is saying and maybe putting the proposal before the father of Natalia, the girl with whom he wanted to marry. And finally he declared. Then what happened? You can see the way Chubuko is there, Lomo. Who is the one you find? Lomo. To the left hand side or to the right hand side?
Left hand side.
Left hand side.
Yes, the younger one. 35 years old with long coat wearing and white clothes. Okay, his appearance you can see. Then Chubuko said joyfully, by Jove, Ivan Vasilievich, say it again. I did not hear it all. And he just wanted to confirm. Yes, what you said? You, my daughter. He is showing, excitement. He got overjoyed because it was happening what he had expected for years. And finally, his dream is going to be coming true. Then Lomo says, I have the honor to ask. And there he says, yes. And it's my honor that I ask you. And then Chubuko, out of excitement, he just interrupts him and says, my dear fellow, I'm so glad, and so on. Yes, indeed. And all that sort of thing. Embraces and kisses Lomo, embraces and kisses Lomo, that. I have been hoping for it for a long time. It has been my continual desire, said Satyar. And I have always loved you, my angel. As if you were my son, my own son. May God give you both his help and his love and so on. And so much for. What am I behaving in this idiotic way for? I am off my balance with joy, absolutely off my balance. Oh, with my all soul, I go and call Natasha and all that. And saying so, we can understand the feeling of a father who had always wished that she should marry with him, and he himself coming there and asking her hand for marriage. And he really got very much excited and became overjoyed. And out of that excitement and happiness, he says that you have always been like my son. And I have been loving you very much, and this is my desire. That is what I wish all the time. I'm just calling Natasha. You please tell her. And that way he's just moving away from there. Then Lomo, greatly moved. And he's also very moved because it was something different. He had not expected. He thought that they may not agree. Her father may not agree. He may not agree, he thought. But it happened that he agreed. And he just not agreed. But he was very happy. Honored Stepanovich, do you think I may count on her consent? And he just wanted to confirm, okay, pa, honored Stepanovich, that you agreed. What about her? Does she agree? That is important. Then Chubuko says, why, of course, my darling. And as if she won't consent, she is in love. Egypt, she has like a lovesick cat, and so on. Shan't be long. And this way he's just moving from there and saying, hey, don't worry about her. She She has given the consent. You take it, and she is also in love, and she is like a love sick cat, and she will definitely agree with you. And we don't waste much time. I'm just going and calling her. Then Lomo says, "It's cool." He's just thinking now. He's all alone there, and trembling all over, just as if I have got an examination before me. During the examination, it happens sometimes that we feel like that. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up, and he's now finally preparing for the final interview. Final interview is with whom? Natalia. She is going to decide because he was father who agreed first, but finally it was her decision to finalize if she is ready or not. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for a real love, then I will never get married. And he's remembering, those days because he has been 35 years old. It doesn't mean this is the first time that he has thought of getting married. No, this is the last time now that he wants at any time, at any cost, to take the final decision. And he's little worried. He's making his mind, saying that I should not think much. I should not hesitate at all. I should not talk a lot, but I should directly come to a point and finally get the consent from Natalia. And why should I wait for an ideal? No, I don't want to wait for an ideal woman to get married. That she should be beautiful, she should be good at cooking, she should be good at dancing, she should be good at everything, she should be a smart woman, and then there are many things, especially these youths think of that they want their Mere Sapno Ki Rani like that, and also girls Mere Sapno Ka Raja. It doesn't happen all the time. And especially he says, I should not wait for a real love also. Means it should happen like in the movie that I come across someone and I all of a sudden fell in love and the songs and all. I'll not explain much here. Already we are spending much time on this text. Then, and if he's going on thinking much, if he's going to hesitate, if he's going to talk a lot, and if he's going to look for an ideal woman to get married, and if he's just waiting for a real love, then he comes to the conclusion finally that it may take 100 years, may more than that. In the next birth also, he may get such a woman or not, and he will finally not get married at all. And then he's thinking, it's cold. It's cold means he's feeling he's very nervous, being very nervous because he knows that Natalia is there to come and he has to speak the same before her. Natalia Stepanova is an excellent housekeeper. Now he's just trying to make up his mind, ready. Not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I'm getting a noise in my ears from excitement. He's just thinking much and finally trying to convince himself that he should get married with none but Natalia only. You know why? Because she is an excellent housekeeper. Even she is not bad looking, but not beautiful also, but not bad looking, not ugly woman, but well educated. And that's it. And there he is just thinking, then drinks water and is ready now. And it's impossible for me not to marry. And he also knows that if he doesn't get married, it may be very difficult for him in his future life. Okay. In the first place, I'm already 35, a critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations, I'm excitable and always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling and there is a twitch in my right eyebrow, but the very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into the bed and begin to go off, when suddenly something in my left side gives a pull and I can feel it in my shoulders and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit and lie down again. But as soon as I begin to get up to sleep, there is another pull, and this may happen 20 times. And there comes Natalia Stepanova. Now he firstly thought of the woman he wanted to marry with. He convinced himself that he should not waste much time, and he agreed that yes, Stepanova, Natalia is a housekeeper, an excellent one. She is also good looking, not bad looking also, and not so beautiful, but very good. And then he is trying to convince himself, saying that he has already been 35 years old. This is a very critical age. He has already been too late to get married, and apart from that, he's suffering from some palpitations, and also he's being every now and then so excited and being upset in his life all the time, and he's more worried. The worst thing he says is about his sleeping, the way he sleeps. The moment he goes to bed, there he begins to go out of it. And suddenly, he hears something, then jump like a lunatic, walk about a bit, and lie down again, come back to sleep. Again, it goes on, and it has been 20 times in his life. And this way, he says that there should be a person with him, a companion, who can be always there with him and look after. Yes, students. As per your age, it may be a little odd question, but what do you think? What do we marry for? People. Why do people marry? Yes? Do you have answer, dear students? Anybody wants to share something? People say, all the time, he is not doing well, he has been very naughty for a person, being 21 years or 25, he should get married and then only he will be aware and he will be a good person. What does it mean? It means, dear students, when a person gets married, he realizes that he is responsible. There are someone at home, waiting for him, depending on himself all alone. Like your parents, the importance of your father, the importance of your mother, that they are. And after all, at your old age, there should be someone not looking after. Yeah, the people are so selfish in the world. They are not bothered about others. They are so self-centered that they want everything for themselves only, being greedy. And who will be there looking after you? No one. So your son, your daughter, they will be there. Your people of your own right, they will be looking after you. And that way, to have a good company, to be responsible, and of course, these people are there in the world, and generations after generations, there should be the existence of the human being. And so there are your sons, daughters, and will be looking after at your old age. Dear students, I have already exceeded 5 minutes. Can we end? There are many things. I'm going to ask
Yes,
you, if this is the age, 35, critical age, then what is the right age to get married? Okay, so these are all questions I am leaving today unanswered. Let's see if the time permits, we'll discuss them all again in detail. But dear students, one thing, this is little lengthy lesson. You please read it yourself so that I may not need to read it again and again and tell you the things that have already been discussed. I just want to get to know, the meaning between the lines. The story we have understood that a person enters, asks for a marriage, then the girl comes, then they start talking and start quarreling about some other things. Then he goes away. Then father tells her that he had come for proposal. These things given here literally you have understood. But there are many things, I want, and also you must be excited to know about given here. Fine, dear students. Is that enough for this session? Ani, Chetanaditya, Shreya, Devika, Uji, Tanya,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gauri Bhargavkar. Is that enough for today or can we proceed?
Sir, it's enough for today.
Okay, good boy. Being very straightforward, saying the fact. Good. I like it here, Anil. But Shreya and Kushi are not saying anything today. Now Gauri Bhargavkar.
Sir, it's enough.
Okay, good. You please listen to the audio. The link is there on WhatsApp available. There is also YouTube link provided. You please just not read, listen to it as many times as possible. It will help you understand, in a better way.
Sir, I
Fine?
didn't got the last 4 lines means. What you have,
Last 4.
what you read now,
Hmm.
that I didn't understand.
Which one? This para?
Yes, the last paragraph, last 4 lines.
About sleep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll try to show you some other things about the way people sleep. And one of them is exactly matching with the way he is sleeping. And what is he worried about? His sleep. Okay. We'll discuss it again in detail. Thank you so much, then. Have a great day ahead. Take care, dear students.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.